She has cared deeply. She has been in touch with me.
I had a miscarriage with my girlfriend.
That you were in the right state of mind to commit new offenses, to potentially going to prison for life.
Be spending the rest of his life in prison.
And I'm going to find you guilty.
Just please ask for reconsideration for less, again, just based on everything here, Judge.
The same Fernando Carmona III, who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2022 CR 9805 for the offense of aggravated robbery on February 3rd, 2023 for a period of 10 years. Is that you?
Sure.
All right, you may proceed.
Violated condition number 1. On or about the 22nd day of November 2025 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Fernando Carmona III, committed the offense of failure to ID, fugitive intent to give false information in violation of condition number 1.
Right to that, how do you plead? True or not true?
True.
Violated condition number 1. On or about the 22nd day of November 2025 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Fernando Carmona III, committed the offense of evading arrest detention in violation of condition number 1.
How do you plead to that?
True.
Violated condition number 4. In Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Fernando Carmona III, did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, and October 2025 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
And finally, violated condition number 4. In Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Fernando Carmona III, did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December of 2024 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
All right. Did you understand by pleading true to violations 1, 1, 4, and 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to life in prison
Yes, sir.
and up to a $10,000 fine? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violations 1, 1, 4, and 4?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So the state is asking for revocation for 18 years. Defense, do you have any witnesses?
Your Honor, we have no witnesses, although except for my client, Mr. Carmona himself, he's willing to answer any questions that the court might have, and also wants to say a few words on his own behalf.
All right. You want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Fernando Carmona.
All right. Let's get to the crux of things. Why did you never report?
I was going through a lot at the time. I had a miscarriage with my girlfriend, and then my daughter's mom wasn't letting me see my daughter that I have right now, and I started taking a lot of drugs, and I just let time pass, and I wasn't really in the right state of mind.
But you were in the right state of mind to commit new offenses.
I had just panicked whenever I saw cops, and I just tried to run.
Here's the thing. I don't think that you're a good candidate for probation.
I understand that.
And the reason being is because you were given a chance at probation.
Sure.
And I'm sure it was because of your age. The state recommended for you to have deferred adjudication. And when they did that, they took into consideration 3 cases.
Yes, Your Honor.
And so you're not a good candidate for probation. Have you done anything while you've been on probation?
I tried to report for the first time, but then I'm sorry, Your Honor. I just had a lot of that had happened at the time, and I was just emotional, and I just wasn't who I am. I'm sorry.
Well, no, I mean, here's the thing. I understand that sometimes people want to turn back the hands of time, but you can't. So we just have to deal with where we are now.
Yes, sir.
And where we are now is, according to what I'm seeing, you have not done anything on probation, except pick up new cases.
Yes,
and that's the number one thing. The easiest thing is to report, because all that, I mean, it takes time because you're sitting waiting for whoever your officer is to call you back and not pick up any new cases. You know, when people say, well, I don't belong to a gang, I don't pick up new cases, I pay my child support, it's always you want a cookie for that because everybody does that. Like you shouldn't get kudos because you pay child support, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you're telling me that the mother of your other child didn't want you to see that child? Well, I mean, you come to her on probation for aggravated robbery. Why would she want you to see her child? And then you're picking up new cases and whatever else you had going on in your life.
The most thing that threw me off was the fact that I had a miscarriage, and I was just really down about that.
For 2 years.
Yeah.
And I understand, and I don't want to make light of it. Anytime you lose a child, that stays with you forever. But I don't see how that translates to you never showing up.
I understand that.
And when you said there was a miscarriage, what month was that?
It was. I'm not really sure. I can't tell you the exact month.
Well, I mean, was it?
I just fell into depression.
But when?
Around I had met my probation officer, and it was like a month after that.
So, I mean, when would this have been, though? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
So if you began probation, let's figure this out. Back in February of 2023, and you said that you made a visit.
Yeah, it was around April.
In April what?
2023.
Yeah. I just don't think that you're a good candidate.
I understand that.
Judge, if I may, on his behalf, I mean, you can see he's obviously very emotional here today. The first thing that he told me, especially when I told him what the state was offering, was he's scared to death.
I'm sorry. It's just the last time I'm so sorry. It's the last time I saw you, you really scared me, and I just didn't want to come back here. That's why I would run.
Yeah, because, I mean, here's the thing. You've been here before. This is not your first motion to revoke. And I do understand that sometimes when you're dealing with young people, and you're young, right?
Your Honor.
I just don't think you're a good candidate for probation. So, Mr. Carmona, you've been on probation since 2023,
Yes, Your Honor.
and you haven't done anything. The only thing you've done is not report and pick up new charges.
Yes.
I don't think you're a good candidate for probation. So I'm going to grant the motion, and I'm going to find you guilty. The only question is as it relates to length of time.
Judge, with regards to the length of time, again, we would ask that the court please take into consideration Mr. Carmona's age, as Your Honor has already risen. I'm sorry, I'm getting over a cold. My mind is still a little bit in flux here. As the court has already raised on its own accord, he is very, very young. I believe that this incident took place when he was 19 years old. He's 23, about to turn 24 years old right now. Obviously, this underlying incident, I understand that there were some pretty bad facts in this case. Nevertheless, I would please ask that the court please take into consideration the time that has passed since then. He does actually have a girlfriend who is here in the courtroom with him, who has set him for the most part on the straight and narrow since then.
Is this the person who had the miscarriage?
Yes.
Okay.
And she has cared deeply. She has been in touch with me pretty consistently. She's been looking out for him.
And how old is she?
I'm sorry. How old are you again? Sir? She's 19, Judge.
She's 19, and you decided to attach your star to somebody who is on probation for aggravated robbery, decided to have a child with him, and the only thing he's done on probation has been pick up new cases and not report it. Is this what we're doing in this world?
Judge, I can't speak to her choices on this there, but she sees something in Mr. Carmona, and she has really taken an interest in him. And as such, I would just, again, I I can speak from a personal experience, Judge, that as a man, I was a different man from when I was 19 to 24, and then to what I am today. There's a reason why they say the brain doesn't stop developing until you're in your late 20s, especially as men. And I see that Mr. Carmona. I mean, when I met him, I kind of ran the full gamut of emotions there. I mean, admittedly, he was a little bit cocky when I first met him, and then he got a little concerned, a little frustrated, and now today I see this very scared young man. And right now he is very, very much staring down the fact that he could be spending the rest of his life in prison. And again, based on the facts of, as I understand them, because I did not handle the underlying case, I've been handling only the MTR. I don't see anything here that would warrant him spending 18 years of his life where he would then get out and be in his 40s. He would, I'm going to be turning 50 pretty soon, but I can only imagine myself starting my life essentially 9 years ago. So I just don't see that the facts warrant that here. I ask that the court please take mercy on him in its sentencing, and please allow him to get another start at life. I think with some structure, he might actually show some potential.
Before you met her, did you tell her you were on probation for aggravated robbery?
Yes.
And did she give you any advice to, hey, you need to report?
She was scared for my life too, because the last time I was here, you had told me that I was going to get life if I ever came back here.
No? I'm sure what I've said was, from here on out, everything you do, you need to ask yourself if the actions you're taking, if that could result in you potentially going to prison for life.
Yes,
if it is, don't do it. If the answer is maybe, don't do it.
Yes,
and I'm sure I probably told you, if there's anything that you need, speak with your probation officer. If you feel they're not addressing it, you can always come back to the court. You did neither. Instead, what you did was not report for close to 2 years and pick up new charges. All right. The court is finding 1, 1, 4, and 4 true. The court will find you guilty or revoke. I'll request a therapeutic community. There's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. There's to be restitution to Miguel Zapian, if any. There's a $1,500 fine. Time and money to run concurrently. There's to be no residing in households with minors, and the court will sentence you to 14 years in the prison.
Judge, may I just please ask for reconsideration for less again, just based on everything here, Judge. I do appreciate that this was less than the 18 years that the state asked for, but again, may we please ask for reconsideration?
Thank you for your arguments, counsel. Did you review the trial court certification of defendants' rights to appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, because this is not a plea bargaining agreement. You do have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion that the court found true, which was 1, 1, 4, and 4. Complete sentence from the court is 14 years. Therapeutic community, I cannot force them to place you in the therapeutic community or order that. You'll have to request it as well. There's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon, $1,500 fine. That fine will run concurrently with the time you serve. All right, good luck to you. Of no contest to the offense of aggravated robbery. According to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 10 years in the prison, a $1,500 fine, affirmative finding of a deadly weapon. The state is opposed to your application. The cases will run concurrent.
Why do you think you would be a good candidate for deferred adjudication in this case?
Because I know if given the opportunity, I wouldn't want to come back here at all.
How old was he when this offense was committed?
18,
Was he 18? Because he was sentenced as a juvenile.
17 at the time. Yeah.
And in the PSI, you indicate that it was your idea to commit this crime,
Yes,
and that Daniel only did it because he loved you and he wanted to help.
yes, sir.
And that the family, according to the PSI, what they said in their statements is that they no longer felt safe in their home and had to move because of what you did. Were you aware of that?
No, I wasn't.
Okay. So that is in the PSI.
I guess I would say I'm sorry because I don't think anybody should go through that type of incident.
All right, so this is what I want everybody to know. I always read the stipulations and I read the PSI report. So do I know that they were selling drugs out of that home while they held little children there? Yes, because that's what's in the police report. Do I know, based upon the police report, the stipulations, that you were going there pretending to want to buy drugs but really you were going there to steal because maybe they had money in the home. So I understand all of that. Child Protective Services should be checking on those children in that home. So hopefully somebody is, because you shouldn't be selling drugs, but most definitely you should not be selling drugs when you have children in your house, because there are some assumptions of the risks, as we know from law school, that certain occupations have. And when you're a drug dealer, one of two things is going to end up happening. Either it's going to turn out to be Scarface with Al Pacino, or either you're going to prison, or either you're dying. That's what ends up happening. You're old enough to know better. So I'm going to deny your application. I'm going to find you guilty. Does anyone want to speak to the cap?
Yes, Judge.
All right.
Judge.
Yes.
Again, you heard that my client is young. He's had a pretty rough upbringing. We'd ask that you give him no less than 5 years.
Steve?
Judge, we ask that you hit the cap. What happened here, again, it's not just that he chose to involve himself here, but he chose to involve his underage brother. He had him go through this process. If it weren't for him, it's his idea, then none of this would have happened.
All right. Why are you involving, you're still under oath, why are you involving your brother in this? Do you love your brother?
Yes, I love him, but
So why would you involve him in this, where he could have ended up getting killed?
at the time I wasn't thinking straight, and you're the only other person I had on my side. And
All right. This is what the court is going to do. In each cause number, the court is going to sentence you to 10 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. The record. I understand that you may be sorry for what you did, or maybe you're not sorry. Maybe you're just telling me what I want to hear. But if you don't change your life, what's going to end up happening is there's always somebody that's bigger and badder than you, and your life may not turn out well. You understand?
yes, sir.
And don't be involving your younger brother